All right, party people, a little update. So something exciting has happened. Well, we're gonna call it truck that has been violated and was left abused by somebody who likes to collect, I don't know, metals for recycling involuntarily from the owners, has arrived. But we did a will it start on this guy, and guess what? I'm gonna show you what happened. Yeah, looks like the motor for that beast just got here. I'm gonna give you a hint. I think we got a donor. That is not the interesting part, however. The most interesting part is actually the McCullough chainsaw that everybody has been so excited about that was in the back of this truck. So, I'm gonna get into the truck, but I'm gonna play with the chainsaws. I don't know nothing about this, but everybody has been texting like crazy about this daggum McCullough chainsaw. So let's see what it is. I secretly have to tell my wife I bought a forklift too.
We gotta say it loud and...
Let's do this.
Yeah!
Hey guys. We are running down to see Jason at First Chance. We got some sleepyheads in the back here. But as you can probably see, we're gonna kind of shoot for that little hole in the weather right there, and we're gonna throw some batteries on the tweaker truck and see if we can get that started. So First Chance does these auctions. Kind of cool things if you ever want to come check them out. This is Ording, Washington. It's kind of a cool old town. So, I think we're gonna take that old International for a spin today. Jason to like pull this bad boy in for us. All right, let's take a look here, see what we got. It's a power joke. All right, huh? We have no keys for this, right?
No keys. We'll have to drop the column down and get the part of the electric switch so we can crank it because it's computer controlled, so it's got to turn everything on.
All right. Yeah, we'll just take a quick look, see. Okay, what do we got going here?
It's all broke apart because somebody's been messing with it. So this one's the feeder to the battery the other side.
Oh, okay, yep.
And then this goes down to the starter. We'll have to put a new end on that one.
We'll just put some vice grips on it for now, yeah.
And they got it kind of, so these three have to go together.
Okay.
And then you're negative. And then similar on the other side, other than you just got two.
All right, well, let's smack some batteries in it and then tap the starter solenoid.
See if it cranks.
See if it cranks, and then we'll...
Falls out the bottom.
Well, my big question is this, for some inexplicable reason, if I remember correctly, no rats.
No rats, I already shook them out.
Already shook them out? Yeah, there is a transmission in there, but for some inexplicable reason...
Yeah.
Oh, well, that ain't. Never mind.
It's missing a pin on the side, but there's no cross member in it. The only thing holding it in is the motor mounts, and there's no steering gearbox. So we're probably not going to be able to drive it.
No, I don't. I'm thinking no.
Steering wheel lock don't work real well either.
Well, do you know what the guy was doing with this? Because if there's
This was an impound that came...
Whoa, there's a key in here.
Oh, there you go.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That just saved us
Huge
a boatload of work. Thank you. I would like to thank the tweaker who left us this truck for leaving us a key. All right, well, let's put some batteries in it and cause trouble. This might be the old easy willage start. Can't believe there's a key in there. All right, stay tuned. We're gonna throw some batteries in. Oh, let's see. Okay, so gotta make sure I think these Group 31s are a little bit big for this.
Yeah, they'll fit, I think. They'll fit to do what we want to do.
Yeah, they'll fit to do what we want to do. Can't believe there was a key in there, brother.
Well, you should have seen the mice run out of it when I moved it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's about 24 mice out there that got evicted.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. I hate mice.
Well, they're about gone now.
No, they're living somewhere else.
That one's good and tight.
Yeah, vice grips are the way to go with this stuff. So I'll tell you what, we're battery live, right?
I think so.
Let's go turn the key. All right, boys and girls. See if it's in gear.
Well, there must not be because I rolled it in here in neutral.
Oh yeah, you bring a valid point. So I gotta wait the start light.
As soon as it goes off, hit it.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Everything dims down pretty hard.
Okay. Push the clutch in.
Now we'll try it with the clutch pushed in. I don't know if that's mandatory. Nope.
Hold it.
What'd you just do?
I didn't do anything. We got a stuck fan here. Let's check that out first.
Sorry, what was the fan won't turn it?
Yeah, the fan is stuck on the radiator, so
Oh, I see a problem right here.
we may have to stick a jack underneath the back.
Yeah, it's, well,
Oh, it is turning if that hose wasn't there.
yeah, what's up with that though? You know what? Does that motor look like it's tipping
Yeah,
down?
there's no cross member on it. Let me put a jack underneath.
Yeah,
the
let's
fan.
put a jack underneath it.
I don't want to fire that up and have that fan blow apart.
What I think they were doing is I think they were pulling the motor out.
We'll see if it starts. If it does, that's great. If not, we might have to check the fuel filter.
Yeah, all right, well, we're clear on this, so yeah, let's go crank it. What did we do last time?
You had to clutch it.
Well, the clutch is completely on the floor now. It just fell down.
Well, that didn't sound good.
Why would you hear?
Clunk, 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 clunk. Go ahead. We're building smoke. Okay, heat it up again. Them glow plugs are really weak.
Yeah, well, I got smoke coming up in the cab, so I tell you what, you got a battery booster with you or near you? Let's put some more juice to it and spin it faster.
Sure
If it's smoking, it's getting fuel. Let's get that. I was kind of surprised to. Okay, I'm guessing out of them glow plugs, we probably got one.
I don't want to ether unless we absolutely have to, but
Yeah, I'd prefer not to at this stage.
heat her up again. It's smoking. It's trying.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what condition that fuel in there is in, or it might be gasoline. All right, cranking.
Man, is it trying.
It's a will it start, buddy.
So this time, cycle your key a couple two times. Get that glow plug as hot as we can.
1001, 1002, 1003. 1001, 1002, 1003. 1001, 1002, 1003. Ready? I guess I have a question. I'm curious to see what it's got for fuel.
Well, we can pop this filter off. That'll tell us if it's full or not.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if nothing else. Surprisingly, this is going better than I thought, guys.
Did you reach it?
Yeah, I'll get you. This thing to me is acting like it's got air in the fuel, so We're gonna pop the filter off and give it a drink.
Well, it was loose.
Uh-oh.
Can you reach it?
Yeah, I can reach it. I'm like 1 inch taller than you, and that's what it's gonna take. That's the magic inch right there. I bet we are gonna see this thing not very full. Come on.
Hello. Yeah, every Monday. And you sign in and whatnot, and then you just go from
Okay. I got nothing. You wanna do me a favor? Just off and on again? Let me look and see what the gauge says, see if the gauge will even say anything. However, everything else has worked. I would say this truck is showroom fresh, so I would have no reason to suspect that the gauge is not working. So the gauge, none of the needles, they move a twitch, but the gauge is staying hard on E, so I would not be surprised if this thing's
just out of fuel. Let's pop this open and make sure we get all of our. Yeah, we're clear.
So we need some diesel. All right, you ready?
Pour some juice in there.
That filter's got to be on to start it, don't it?
Yeah, but cycling the key will tell us if there's any fuel.
All right, cycling on.
Not even a wiggle. Well, that was the fuel pump relay clicking, but nothing happened.
How full did you fill it?
I got it pretty full.
Did you put the cap back on there? I'm gonna try to crank it.
All right, give me just a second. Just cycle the key a couple times. Let's see if it'll work with us.
I don't feel no vibration in the floor.
You can crank it over if you want to.
Good?
Yeah.
There.
Oh, wait a minute. I think we got something here. Hang on.
Starting to move?
Maybe. Crank it again.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my foot on the clutch this time like I'm supposed to.
Oh, as long as it's cranking, you don't need it on the clutch.
No, I know.
No. Got no fuel. Let me check this switch real quick. Switch right here. And I see this is pulled out. Where's the switch?
Well, it's like when you cranked it over the first time, a big ball of crud come up it.
Okay.
You know,
So the only thing I did was just before I cranked it, I hit the tank switch 3 times.
Well, it's interesting that you did that because then all of a sudden, like 2 big bubbles came up, and then every time you cranked it, the fuel level
Okay,
started.
well, it's getting ready then.
All right, where you at, brother?
Right here.
Yeah, so we just loosened that cap up and finally got it to blow a couple bubbles and start spurting some fuel out. Yeah, well, and just for the record, we haven't put any ether to it because I don't want to. It was closer to starting before.
Yeah, well, if we're still building fuel pressure.
Is it not smoking this time?
No. I can put a fuel gauge on it so we can see it.
Ouch! What do you mean? Hold on, try it again. What, feel like a fuel pressure gauge?
Yeah, let's hang tight a second. Let me put a gauge on it. That'll tell us exactly what's going on.
Yeah, because I don't understand. It was smoking before, and now it's getting fuel and it's not.
Well, we gotta get the fuel system all the way back up.
Yeah. Guys, we're throwing a fuel gauge on this bad boy because we had it cranking off before, starting to smoke, and it was stuttering. You guys saw it, and now it's not doing that anymore. But we took the cap off, cranked it over with the cap off, filled up this, and it was making fuel. But we're gonna put a fuel pressure gauge on there and see where we're
All right, crank it over.
going. Good?
We're still getting fuel. Keep going.
Did it overflow it?
Yeah, it's full now.
Okay, so it's definitely getting fuel.
Getting better anyways.
You got a gauge on it?
Yep.
I don't know what fuel, I don't know what PSI do these guys need to run.
Well, it don't really matter. Anything over 10 pounds is going to start it, but I think it needs 40. All right, crank it over. Let's see what we get.
All right, you ready?
I got all the wasps crawling out of the alternator.
That's good. What do we got?
Okay, now we got another problem.
What?
Now it's blowing fuel out the cap.
What?
Hang on. And I've got a gasket on the cap. The fuel was running right outside. No gasket. No gasket.
Where'd the gasket go?
I don't believe there was ever one on it because we didn't lose it. We didn't go nowhere. So the fuel right now is just pumping out over the edge and running back down the valley.
Well, if not, I can run to the auto parts store and get one real quick. All right, guys, you see the puddle on the floor. The battle is because somebody, not us, tweakers, was kind enough to not put the gasket back on this bad boy.
Here, give it to me.
So we are going to use the new filter that I just had to go get from O'Reilly's that does in fact come with a gasket. Not. Oh, that was sharper than heck. We will not spooge diesel all over the place.
I wouldn't worry about heating up right now. Let's just crank it and build some pressure.
What do you got for pressure?
Nothing. Nothing.
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
It's filling the spot. Try it again. You clear?
Heat her up a couple times.
Nothing happened. Alright, just out of curiosity, you want to give it just a little tiny huff of ether?
Yeah, we're going to have to kind of time this a little bit. Hang on, let me grab some ether. We don't want to blow this up with the blow plugs.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. But it was starting to want to go before. So I'm not understanding why it's not wanting to go now.
Did you bring in ether? Because apparently I'm out.
That there is an interesting question. However, we are still dumping fuel out.
Are we dumping fuel or is it just residual?
I'm not sure. It looks like the puddle's gotten bigger.
I got some ether on the way. Go for it. Nada.
All right, I'm going to try the front tank just out of curiosity. Nothing?
Well, either I'm not on the pin or we ain't got no fuel pressure, and it seems how it ain't hitting. I'm assuming we ain't got no fuel pressure.
Well, but we have to have some fuel pressure because the fuel level was raising.
Well, it don't mean we have any pressure. It just means we have some flow. Fuel pump itself might be shot. Yeah, see, it's down again.
Let me crank again and see if it
Go ahead.
fills up again.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Not sure why that happened, but let me put this back on before we make a bigger mess.
Did it splurge?
It's tried to. All right, go for it.
All right.
Let me give this a little twist. Splatter away. Heat glow plugs up a couple times.
All right. I have this bad habit of pumping the gas on diesels. It's blowing out of your fuel pump.
It's blowing out of everything. So I had to... Okay, that solves that problem. The one on the filter is solved. Let's try it again.
Are we clear?
Yep.
Alright. Listen, that thing don't run bad. Alright.
We'll rub it up a little bit, see if that little miss will go away.
All right. I'm thinking probably it's got a bad injector in it.
I don't think so. I think when you get the
Get more air out of it, it'll.
get some heat to it and get the good fuel in it. The fuel that's in it's nasty. It's brown.
Yeah.
I think you'll be. I think you got a runner.
All right, good to go. Jason, thank you so much. Throw it on a flatbed, bring it up to the house. I'll give you F-150 to take back with you, and let's
Swap
arrange
out a
that.
couple good clean one owners.
All right, guys, there you have it. So our cab over has a motor, sort of. Stay tuned. So I'm pretty stoked if this works to have the heart of that, have that Powerstroke become the heart of this. With the 5-speed, with the 2-speed rear end. We could put our sand buggies in there, pull our house on wheels behind it, and it's geared low enough that screaming along at 45 miles an hour should be great. This is gonna be a fun project, so I don't know when we'll get it done, but I hope you guys stay tuned for it. So there you go, man. That is gonna become that, which is gonna become a joy wagon. So here's this guy. I brought it in. I don't know nothing about a McCullough tree killer. So I don't know, evidently they're pretty cool or something, because a lot of people have been inquisitive about it. But I think we might even try to get that to run. Who knows? We'll have some fun with it. But if you know anything about the McCullough, give me a shout out. Throw it in the comments.